Here are some updates of the Sinulog photo contest with Certain Madamba and Icky Salazar. And plus, Certain is giving you some tips of making the most of your Sinulog photo experience. So just watch.
And this is the only committee perhaps that doesn't have any chairman. So the four of us are working on equal levels and we have different assignments. The photo contest is on. It started in January 9. It will end on January 24th. That's the hobo. So that's the change. Whereas before everything stops after the awarding of the parade. Now it's extended a week after for the hobo festival. And so far everything's okay, except we have some minor adjustments, like we need to meet perhaps all concerned on Friday. There's a general meeting as to the areas to be set up where photographers can shoot and where photographers cannot shoot. But basically, the rule is that we don't want photographers to shoot in the area where there is a judging on the street. So during the street dancing, we would disallow photographers to shoot in the judging area. But before the judging area or prior to arriving in the judging area, we will be designating places where the photographers can freely shoot, as long as they will not crisscross or go inside the dance contingent. So far that's the thing that we have to work into. The pledge uniform, or rather sponsored t-shirts by Nikon, I just got a word that 1/2 or 145 pieces are coming in today, and I hope it will come in today, and they cannot promise us when the other half is coming with the situation in Manila. The cups are already available, so we will be giving out cups and t-shirts for all the photo entry, photo contestants. So yes, that will be all for now. Icky will be arriving shortly and he will be giving you some details already on the updates on the designated shooting areas. And by the way, so far we're happy to announce that the ruling on the ladder, on the two-step ladder, has been followed. You could see people around, you could see photographers around, and they've been using the two-step ladder. In that way, we are happy because as much as possible, we are trying to level the playing field. So thank you very much.
Sir, it was mentioned earlier, in an earlier interview, that you wanted to instill some discipline. So you did that by introducing some new rules and being strict with the rules. So how has it been so far? Wala pa yung mga away? Has there been more discipline?
During our orientation last January 4, when we dish out the rules towards the end, we tried to inculcate to all the contestants by saying that commit unto thyself, that they will follow the rules and they will not cheat. And we got an applause, so I hope they will follow and commit unto themselves all the rules to be followed in this photo contest. And so far, we have not heard of any complaints whatsoever in the past couple of days since we started the contest. So we're just hoping that everything will work out right, especially that we introduce new categories. We introduced the category firstly of parade instead of contingent, meaning to say any event happening during the parade, dancing or whatever, shoot. You don't need to take the whole contingent. Just if you want to take a solo, one dancer, go ahead. If it hits the judge's choice, that's it. No? Of course, we also have the new category, which is the full digital art. So it's open now. As long as you shoot within the digital, within the period from January 9 to 24, you are free to do whatever artistic software available and manipulate, merge, or whatever, crop, and do all things possible to come up with that. And it's a special category. We will require a special size this time because usually it's 5 by 7. This time it will be 8 by 8 by 12, but only two entries per contestant. So that's something new also. And the other thing also is about the gigante float, whatever. Whereas before you need to get the whole contraption. Now it's just a part of it. Again, it's okay as long as it will hit the judge's choice. Then that's it. We reminded also that just the photos that would be best entered would sana be photos that will sell Cebu, especially next year, the 500-year celebration. If you have photos that will help sell Sinulog for next year, that's just a tip for the entries. Thank you again.
Who are the judges, man, sir? Nanata?
We don't have specific names now, but this is the plan, I may say. We have written to the different major camera companies. We're asking them to send one ambassador per company. So it will be their choice to send one brand ambassador. Like we wrote to Nikon, we wrote to Canon, we wrote to Fuji, we wrote to Sony. If they can send a brand ambassador who has a background in shooting festivals, background and experience in shooting festivals. And so we have 4 and we have 2 more. We plan to get a priest who is also a hobbyist in photography. And we're still looking for a lawyer also to be who is also a hobbyist or a photographer. So if we have the brand ambassadors, we have a priest, we have a lawyer, well, I think we can start the judging well by having a prayer led by our priest there. So we hope everything will be okay. But so far now we're still communicating to them. So that's the plan.
So someone asked, where's the final venue for the Sinulog Festival theme?
I think it's going to be in Galleria. Galleria. Icky will be coming in a while to make the confirmation. I think it will be in Galleria this year. Because that will be also the place for the judging.
How many have registered naman, sir? Will we close registration sa Manopper? So what's the
We
final
closed the
number?
registration yesterday, I think, for the online. And according to my call to May, who's in charge of this in the foundation, we have 210. That's a good number. That's a good number. Compared before, there were more than that, but I think 210 is more controlled. And these are really the photographers who really have the passion for the Santo Niño pictorials.
Excuse me, sir. Do they have something that anybody can tell that they're part of they volunteer themselves, registered people? Do they have something like IDs?
For the
Registered
for the
photographers.
contestants, you mean? Yes, IDs have been released already. IDs have been released, and we're trying to work out the free T-shirts. And as I have said, I get a word that 145 is arriving today, and a word that the other batch, they don't know when it will come with the situation in Manila.
Sir, how about the claiming of that, sir? How it's gonna be done? I mean,
Well, we'll work on it definitely. We'll work on it, and then probably it will have to be as usual in the grandstand area, outside Sinulog Foundation office.
I mean, first come, first serve, or yung nasa list, or I don't know. The release.
My suggestion is that we follow by the list.
Yeah, that's
So those who
right.
registered the first 140 or so will
Can
get
claim,
it.
yeah.
But it should not be a deterrent not to shoot because you don't have it. No?
You don't. Someone wear it anyway.
Anyway, you have an ID that will identify you. You have an ID. And the other change or other improvement we're having is that one contestant can register himself 3 times, no? But he will only be given one ID. The three registration would mean that
More entries.
he can submit more entries, but he will only have one ID he or she will have 3 different ID numbers, but only one ID. The other improvement also is that the assistants can now register and pay one half only. Whereas before you pay the whole thing, even if you're an assistant. Now the assistant can be registered and you pay only half as long as there is a sponsoring contestant, and you will be given a different set of ID. Separate color, separate design from the contestant. So you'll have an assistant to go around. As far as the assistant, we're not so strict on the names because we heard feedback that some of them are still trying to get their assistant and can change anytime. So we just basically put the name of the photographer and then put the word assistant.
For the final venue of the Sinulog Festival Queen Runway competition, actually this is the first and starts to introduce the Festival Queen participants. It will be tomorrow, January 14, 2020 at the atrium of the Robinson's Galleria Cebu. So it's going to be at 6 p.m. and everybody's invited for it. So this is for free. It's going to be in the center. And the next part will be actually also the coronation of the Festival Queen on Friday. That's January 17. Also at 6 p.m. I think. It depends. Usually it's 6 p.m. So presentation, runway competition, Robinson Galleria Cebu, January 14 tomorrow 6 p.m. And then coronation of the Festival Queen on Friday, January 17. So these are the events for the Festival Queen competition.
Icky, do you have the development ready in the proposed shooting area for street dancing?
Okay. As you can see, actually, the reason why we also like to ask the help of the media is to also enjoin our visitors and also Cebuanos, because I think you notice that every time there is a contingent on the street, bystanders very eager about it. Nindot kayo ang uniforms, ang costumes, and then their dances are really beautiful. So they have the tendency to go in and take photos using their cell phones, using their own cameras and everything. So, and that's okay. But the problem is it also adds to the chaos because if we recall, we have some comments from choreographers of these contingents, and they have practiced for months to come out with a beautiful choreography and a beautiful presentation, especially in the judges area, because that's when they are judged and graded and given points. So they have the tendency to be, as you can see over the years, they have started with single cordons and then double cordons, and then people have started to go closer and closer and closer, giving them very small dancing space. So this year, actually, cooperation ang iba. Not only from the photographers, because that's why we have duly registered photographers. They will be the ones who will be allowed to be in the streets and shoot, because they will be properly marked with their IDs and other markings, which we will not say for now yet. But definitely, they will stand out above the rest. Now, these photographers, as they are duly registered, they're allowed to shoot inside the cordon areas. We have already made arrangements, and we will be meeting with the choreographers and security personnel. We will be having photographer areas, and this, mind you, again, may I stress, this is for the duly registered photo contest participants. Why do I say that? The route is so long, pila na kilometers. We will be having 4 or 5 photographer areas. We call this the green zone and the red zone. Okay? To explain the green zone and red zone. The green zone will only be for registered photographers. We will tell those photographers who have not registered, those who are using their cell phones, those who are taking photos for a mountain for their own personal use, and not for the competition, to step aside, because there are other areas where they can go in. The reason why we have the photographers green zone and the red zone is to make sure, number one, the green zone is to make sure that registered photographers be given the freedom to shoot. So they have to have their IDs. Otherwise, you will be escorted out of that zone. The red zone, as it speaks, is staff. Nobody will show registered photographers, visitors, selfies, everything, any recording of that matter in front, beside the contingent will not be allowed. Why? Judging area money. So, in order to be fair to the contingents and to the photographers, we wanted to come up with this compromise. Let photographers shoot as much as possible and they dance as much as possible within a specific zone. When it comes to where it really counts, which is the judging areas, you will be left alone and given your space. So it's tantamount to a give and take. Over the years, we have seen the increasing zealousness of photographers to shoot with the consent and agreement of the choreographers and contingent managers and actors. The red zone will be purely no shooting allowed, not even duly registered photographers can be there, in order to give utmost importance to the performance of the contingents, and also the judges can see and appreciate the beauty of the performances of the contingents. So basically that is what we are trying to make for this year.
So di ba sa red zone,
Yes.
that's the judging area, those people from outside of the cordon,
They can,
They
as
can.
long as they don't go
as long
in.
as you guys can shoot if you're outside of the cordon.
Outside the cordon, pwede lang. As long as you will not bother anybody and you will not go inside the cordon.
The spectators will
Yeah,
shoot.
spectators from the side. And then this will be guarded as well. It's hard to control the whole route. So by ensuring that there are specific zones that we can control. All the rest, they can enjoy. They can have their photos. They can take their photos. But
What we can do is when we talk to the choreographers in the coming days,
you remind them as
we
well.
will appeal to them that in the green zone, give us your best dance and we'll get our best shots also. Or again, give us your best dance and we'll get our best shots. Or again, and then when you go to your judging area, then give your best dancing because the judges are there.
Of course, if you want street photography, one of the best things is Sir Ted. So, give us 3 tips lang to make the most of the Sinulog pictures na lang. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, this is for not only for contestants, for
Number
for
one,
spectator.
kuan kanang pangita gyud og distinct na vantage point. Kung asa mo adto sila adto kaspikas. Yeah, pangita vantage point na distinct sa uban.
Okay.
Second is go the opposite, blend in. Blend in ka sa grupo, makakuha kag mga close up. Yeah.
Nice.
And last but not the least, shoot with your heart.
All right.
Yeah. It's senior para kang Santo Niño kini.
Thank you. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And see you na sa itong mga updates about Sinulog 2020.